Do we have people here? Okay, don't, yeah, that's right, River. No chatting, I leave. Simple as that. That's the rules today. I had to clean Doug's pail. The shiny silver there, the stainless steel, I had to scrub it. It was dirty. And I think that's why Doug wasn't liking it. So she got wire brush soapy scraped. She's clean. I drink out of it, but that way it actually has nothing in it. All right. Spider floating on the water. He's dead now. All right, let's go. Let's make this happen. Okay, so I've already done the duck hospital deal. But I forgot to do one thing. Go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I had to go zipper up the what you call it, the hose bag. I have to run a zip. So I've discovered a secret this year, folks, which you'll get to see when I get the outdoor camera running. But I now leave the garden hose trickling in the tub so that it stays full. Because I've been finding when the water is low, the ducks, it's too hard to get out with all the ice. So they just stop using it. But if it stays full right to the top, it's non-stop action because the ducks literally can just slide out of the tub instead of climbing the hill of ice. So right now, unfortunately you can't see this, but I can. So I'm sorry. But it's just an action-packed scene of ducks having fun. Okay, I want to put some more screws in this thing. I'm not happy with the screw situation. I got a feeling I need more screws because it's rubber. And just to, I don't know, what you like. Okay, the foam expanded inside, the rubber all out of shape inside. It's all got wows inside. I should have used the what you call it, the window and door first in the small cavity, and then use the. It's backwards. But hey, there's no plan to this thing, so it's like that's what happened. But that's what I should have done. Use the window and door first, and then use the big crack, and I wouldn't have had to go to town till yesterday. But then I wouldn't have saw my buddies and said, "Wish Merry Christmas to them." So I guess that was alright. But inside of this thing is all wow. The ducks won't notice it. I do, but get my screws loaded up to the washers. Damn, I should have done that though. Like I said, if I would have done that, I wouldn't have went to town. Well, maybe I would have went to town, would have turned the stream off, gone to town, and then got into trouble. Because I would have had Christmas cheer. That's what we call peppered. That's what we call in the screw world, peppering. It's peppered with screws. Okay. So now I'll get closer, or I'll get higher. We'll do a combination of both here, so you can see what I'm doing, because we're sharing our all here. This is it. Long blade. Long blade. She expanded good though, holy mackerel. And this one here, she sprouted some kind of root mechanism came out. I don't know. It's good. So tonight could be the first night with the outdoor water station. If the weather stays what they're saying. think the barn's full of ducks, because right now there's maybe a dozen white ducks outside, and the rest of them are the breeders playing in the bathtub. I think you'll never get this out. This piece of styrofoam on the bottom, it's there forever. So that's what it made. So the inside of this is full of this foam. That's it. It's just a shame I'm going to throw this away, but I have no use for it. Okay, so now we're going to bend all the pieces back down. That's pretty slick, eh? I'm thinking this is going to be like just awesome. There's something wrong here. Oh, this way. That's why. Going the wrong direction. So we're going to make a little noise, folks. You'd almost think when this is done, it's going to look like a bottle. Seriously. Other than the screw up on the holes on the side. So I guess you could call it a factory second. Doug's not liking it though. See, nice edge. See that? Whoa, full of exciting stuff, right? Except right here, I got a rough edge right here. The dog. See that? He doesn't like the banging, eh? Poor dogs. Okay. Yes, Dougie, I know, eh? The bangings. See? You can see it's got some wows in it from the foam expanding. Not bad. I think a lot of it's air trapped in there. Who knows? But one thing, is that slick, folks? It looks nice. We're not done yet. It's not done, but we're getting it. Oh, little dog. I should have done this in the first place. I didn't need to draw this on the first line, but hey, I'm working with it as I'm going here. How close is the circle? Oh, that's way off. Okay, so to eliminate confusion, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start off with a new side. I'm really happy the way this looks, folks. It looks pretty awesome. People are gonna say, where'd you get that? Oh, I bought it online. That's what I'll tell them. I'll lie. I will, not gonna lie. I will. I will. I bought it online. It was a gift from a viewer. Amazon gift. Just showed up. Pre-made. Okay, so I'm gonna cheat here, okay? So see, this is the join right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. So I know up. So when I match it up, my cut, it'll match perfect. So I don't have to guess. It's exciting, eh? It's so awesome. Okay, let's get this cut. Okay, Doug, watch it. Sharp edges. I'd hate to accidentally slice your head open. Oh, because Andy would just hate if I phoned him on Christmas weekend. We're gonna go and stitch Doug's head up. Okay, this is red. A job for red. Because we're cutting a circle. Yes, Andy, can we go stitch Doug's head? I hit him with a chunk of tin. Let's make him this hand sort of ironically. The hand that's doing the squeeze not hurt. Oh man, my thumb just seized up. I'm getting old. Oh, my poor hands this year. I'm gonna crash and burn here soon. I'm getting too old for this stuff. Oh, cut, blood. I knew it. Man. Oh, blood. Hand hurts. Okay. Should have cut it a little bit smaller. No, nothing like doing a double cut. Damn it! Damn it! Oh, that just sucks. Oh, that sucks more than you can imagine, folks. I should have cut like way inside the line. I'm gonna get rid of some dangerous steel here. Sharp edge steel. Scrap stuff. But it's no good for anything other than cutting yourself. It just sucks. Should have like went like a 1/4 inch all the way in around the whole thing. Like, yeah, I don't want that sharp edge all the way up there. I want the sharp edge underneath it. Alright. Now, here we go. We'll cut the opposite direction. Unbelievable. Oh, I hate cutting these things with this one. No, it's not gonna. I hate these green ones. It's almost like they're meant for a left-handed person, but they're not. They're meant for cutting the opposite direction. But when you're right-handed, it's like really hard to cut the opposite direction. Back to the red. Oh, that's the trick. Oh, I love cutting twice. But then again, you know, it's better than making that first cut that's too small, and then you're like, oh, you're screwed. It's like, and guess what? You ain't buying metal today. Unless you want to throw a brick through their window and steal it. Then that technically wouldn't be buying it. I think that would cause a lot of problems in life to do something like that. Well, now my arm is sore from cutting. Now a little nibbler would be nice. A little pneumatic one. Just cutting just for fun. So, did everybody enjoy watching me clean the barn? Can you believe how fast the ducks pile back into the barn when I'm done? Like, especially the white ones. The racist ducks. The Jim Crow ducks. I'm surprised they let the colored ducks pass to get to the back of the bus. I'm surprised they're not jumping them. Yeah, because they gotta go right through the door past the group. When we were a kid, back in the 70s, we couldn't afford slinkies, so my dad used to give us these cuttings when he used to cut circles on sheet metal. They don't go down the stairs very good. A lot of cuts as a kid, a lot of bleeding, then they took them away from us. Things were tight. Tough times. You give that kid today, oh, there's your slinky. Ooh, down the stairs he goes. Slinky. Oh, Dad, I'm bleeding everywhere. Okay, that's enough. All right, let's do this again. How does this fit? How does this work? Is that better? Is that inside? Yeah, not as much. Well, it is. It isn't really. I could have gone a little bit more. No, don't tell me not another cut. Now. No, it'll work. Yeah, it'll work. It's inside. Okay. Now I'm torn. Do I want to put a whole bunch of thermoplastic sealant on it? Let's see if my thermoplastic sealant will let me pump it out. It might be no good anymore. If it's no good anymore, we ain't doing it. Oh, Douglas. Oh, look at the little dog hiding in the corner. Oh, dog, you're going to hate it when I start pounding the steel. Okay. So, now we've seen the cutting. Are we having fun, folks? Gloves. Nah, blood. Blood. We need blood for the show. Keep the show interesting. Okay, let's see if this thing will pump. Oh no. Looking like it's looking like it's not. I hate that. These tubes, they don't, oh, maybe we might have some liquid. I might have some liquid. It's looking like I do. the last time I used this. This is left over from the roof. Tell she doesn't want to come out though. Oh, she's taking a lot of grip to squeeze here to get this to come out. It's like, holy mackerels. I think my screw hole's sealing back up inside. Oh man. Need to ram that screw back through. Now, I'm only going to put more on just because this is the end of the tube, and I was like, I'm just going to throw it on. It's like, because this tube will never be used again. Whatever's left in here is garbage, so I was going to just put a second line on. Really gum her up. Tell you one thing, it is hard to get to come out of here. Oh, now it's flowing. So my hand's going numb. Numb and really sore. Well, there's a little bit left. Just a little. Actually, we'll do this. Okay, that's it. All right. That is officially history. is it. This is official. It's the point of no return now. Can't do any more cuttings. Time to get the screw gun and start screwing it. Okay. Screws. There's a box over here. You better be careful. Almost caught my foot with the extension cord. I can get those short ones. I can. The reason I'm going like this back and forth, folks, is so that I don't get a ripple in it. Because you can get a ripple if you go in a circle, and you'll get a big. What'll happen is you'll get a big wow in it. And I want it to go. I want it to go smooth. The reason I'm putting lots of screws in the bottom, one is overkill, but no, really, the really reason is because this is the strength on the bottom. In case, it gets hit sideways, and you're outside banging it around, emptying it with water and all that kind of neat stuff. This is the strength on the bottom. What are you thinking, folks? Looking pretty slick. Looks nice. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you so much. Brittany knows how to make me feel good. It's a beauty. Oh, I got that. Thank you very much. Oh, you people are really giving me some good stroking today. That didn't catch too good. It's so shiny. It won't be so shiny for long though. Man, this bit or these screws are tight. Screw swap here. Now we're going to pepper it. The difference in screws, the other ones are self-tapping. And when you're first trying to do it, you don't want to push down. Like you notice, I got to really push with these ones because they don't have a little drill bit on the end of them. They're just sheet metal screws. They're not self-tapping screws. There's also a huge difference in price on sheet metal and self-tapping. like almost double the price per 100. Okay, water time, water test. Woo-hoo. Let's fill it with water. Okay. So now when it's on its edge, it's at least got a solid piece here, and it's totally rigid. Because you gotta remember, when this thing is full of water, it's gonna be 150 pounds. Well, no, it won't be 150 because it's 150, it's 15 US gallons. So it's 56 liters. So it's roughly, oh, what is that? 56, 40, 10, it's probably 12, 120 pounds. 120 pounds, right, Doug? Let's fill it up. Oh, boys and girls. Are you excited? Does it look awesome, folks, or what? Like, you think it's like it was bought, don't you? Like, well, we know ducks like dirty water, so this is really not going to be too exciting for them. Okay, this is it. What did you look at? I was just trying to think of a simpler way of putting a grate on this so the ducks don't get into it. Like maybe like a top. If they climb on it, you gotta keep them right out of it. Okay, is that awesome or what? I'm excited. It's like, I think it's pretty slick. 56.8 liters of duck love there. You know, it's got a nice rubber edge so the ducks can't hurt themselves. Insulated. Little 250 watt heaters should do the job right there, dog. Oh, you guys, W, I love you too. What do you think? It's awesome, isn't it? I think it is. It turned out dandy. It does. My God, Matt, you did a good job. Now is the thinking time, folks. So I got the grate here. You know, Dougie. Dougie. Hmm? Dog. Hey? What is it, little dog? What is it? Hmm? What is it? You want attention, don't you? Hmm? Don't you? Yeah, I can't do this idea. I gotta go back to my original idea, which is a lot of work. But I gotta do it right if I'm gonna do this. Right, Doug? Right? Now I gotta do a bunch of grinding. Oh, I hate this part. I really should do it outside. But it's not nice out. We got a snowstorm outside, folks. Oh, the dog. Oh, the dog. Do you think he comes over and bugs me because he knows he'll get attention? You know, when I'm bent over, that's the time to intercept. Hijack the moment. Okay. So I gotta go back to the original idea. I do. I really do. Don't I? Oh, dog. You know, is this like a cooking show? And he's like my co-host. And he just stands there and, you know, doesn't do anything, just looks good, you know? Doug, you're like a co-host. Yeah, but you're what they tune in to see, is you. Even though I'm the guy doing all the cooking. Alright. So, this means a lot of banging. Oh man, banging. It's gonna get loud, folks. I'm trying to think of another way of doing this. How long do I need this piece of beef? Let's do a measurement here before I get going crazy. I'm just trying to get my head around if there's another way of doing this. I've got some other pieces of grid. How long is this piece, huh? How long does it have to be to go completely around? So 86 and a half. 86 and a half minus 86 and a half minus 4 and a half. 86 and a half minus 4 and a half. That's 81 inches because of 1 inch overlap. I need 81 inches. What's the best way to do this? I'm trying to think of a way of bending it. 81. I should write that measurement down before I get too sidetracked. I should double check that measurement before I commit myself to it because I think what I'm going to do, I might cut a piece of grid up instead of using these pieces. I might take a grid and just okay, so this is. Oh, I got 87 now. Why is it 87? 86, yeah, 86 and 3/4. No, it is 87. It's close to 87. 87 minus this. 82 and a half, 1 inch See, my dilemma is, here's my dilemma. Ice. That's the dilemma. Ice is my problem. Ice is not my friend here. These ducks, you know, they lay here so quiet watching me work. They tilt their heads and they're looking at me. Yeah, I'm your friend. You know how clean you are. All of you. It's just too bad you weren't like healed. You know what this dog is? He's an attention whore. That's what Doug is. Aren't you, Doug? What am I going to do, Dougie? Do I go get a piece of big grit, chop her up? I'm thinking I need to do that. Because see these pieces, this piece here, I only got 2 of these left. I only got 2 of these left, these pieces. And I use them for doors. They work great for doors. And I don't want to, if I get rid of them, then they're no longer doors. The nice thing is they got a bend and they actually work really good for doors with the hinges. So if I took a grid and cut the grid out of the, the center of the grid and just use, like basically like chop it up what I need out of it, because I've got lots of grids. Like I've never yet used all my grids and had no grids left. I've got spare grids. But I have no spare of these. I've only got 2 of these left. So I'm hesitant on hacking these to crop because I have to take the sledgehammer to them. Because see, the problem is on the bottom is this right here. I'll show you what the problem is. Just so you understand my dilemma, so you understand why I'm stalling here. Do you see the L shape here? You see this L shape? Well, the problem is with the water, because it's a perfect cylinder down, this has to go underneath the water. It ain't going to work in the winter. It's got to sit around the outside edge. It's like, that's the way it's got to sit right there. Around the outside of it. Right, Doug? That's the problem. Isn't it? It's a big problem here. Oh, the dog. He's really, really trying hard to get all the attention right now, folks. Oh, Doug's. Oh, he's doing the lifting little paw thing. It's like, oh, please, 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 oh, little lovins. I got some other stuff. Let me go look. I got another idea. I got some other pieces of stuff. It's grid, but different kinds of grid. Well, different shapes, different sizes. Same shape, different size. Yeah, I'm not going to cut these up. Because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to regret this. One, I'm going to need a set of gates. It's like sectioning off the ducklings type of thing in the barn or whatever, and I'm not going to have any to do the grid. The exact size I need because they're the perfect size. Yeah, I got to put a hat on because it's snowing. I got to go get some metal. I'll be back. Be right back. Going to go to the outdoor hardware store depot. Right. Want to go out there? Oh, she's snowing good, folks. What a dog! He's sitting over at the house, looking at the door, looking at me, going, "Move, couch, couch, couch." Hey, I got a different grid idea. Doug, you're a sneak at the door. And the thing is, folks, I can't trust him outside because Doug can open the door of the house. He's done that before when I ignore him. And he's like, "I want to go inside." And then I look up and there's no dog and he's in the house. I got those self-closing spring hinges on the door now, but still, it's like, unless the door swings all the way open, it doesn't actually shut tight. So it's like half, just a crack open, you know? It's like, just chill the house down a touch. I really want to get this project done today. I don't want to be just a 4-part series. I gotta get it done. Even though I'm so tired, I could just like quit. So easy. I can't believe I slept as much as I did last night. I woke up this morning and I was like, I thought it was like in the middle of the night. I got up at like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning. And I looked at the clock, I was shocked, it was 6:06. I slept right through. I need probably like about 2 weeks worth of that to recharge myself. Alright, let's do some measurements here. I might be able to make this work, this piece, cutting it up. I need 81 inches. high. Is 19 high enough to stop a duck from getting into the water? Oh yeah. If they jump over 19 high, like, yeah, 19 high. I'll just show you what 19 high is so that you understand what I'm thinking out loud. Maybe I can go this direction. This is 38 and a half. Well, 38, 76. Means I gotta make up 5 inches. If I go loose at each end, I could make, so, yeah, back, sorry folks. Wait, so 19 high, this high. You know, so it'd be missing the top piece. It'd be missing 5 inches compared to this one. On this. Thirty and 38 is not enough. Actually, if I left the bottom spikes, that would less freezing into the ground. Dangerous side, no, it always spikes in the pan. Be easier getting out of the ground though if it spikes the bottom. If I left little feet, like 2-inch extensions on the bottom, what tall is this? It's 11 and a half inches. This is 49 inches. Oh man, that's better height wise. I could just cut another piece of grid. Because this would give me more than I need. Which direction do I cut? I'm in a bit of a stall here, brain fart, stalling, I'm stalled. Of which way to cut it. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get enough pieces out of this to go around that and the height. And if I use this lengthways, and I use this as the height, I got like lots and lots and lots to work with. And 49, that gives me a 24.5-inch height. Actually not 24.5, no, I'll lose one section. 21 inch. 21-inch height. This way, what heights do I got? I got a 21 in that direction. Oh, actually, I got 17 and a half. 17 and a half, yeah, and 17 and a half in enough. So I gotta go this direction. Yeah. Two pieces. Paper and marker. Time to make a commitment here. Not gap away. Alright, here we go. Square throw. I gotta be doing something wrong here with my measurements. Can you see the dog? Probably not, eh? He's down at the end of the table looking at me. He knows I'm gonna make a bunch of noise soon. He's so sad. Like. He's going mad, it's Christmas! Shut it down! Can you see him? See that? He's looking at me going, you're in deep thought. But like, you know, we could go inside. We could give a little cuddle time. You know, like, why do we have to keep working? You're gonna drop dead, buddy. Now he's hiding. He's got behind the wet pipe. Poor dogs. Oh, Dougie, I love your dog. Oh, yes, I do. Folks, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make the jump. Enough of this thinking. Worst case scenario, I waste a grid. But honestly, I would rather. I'll tell you something. I would rather waste $70 than a piece of grid, because you know what? I can't buy this stuff anymore. The company that makes this stuff went out of business because there's no more video stores. This stuff was for video stores. And you know what happened to the video stores, eh? Internet killed the video stores. I know. I used to be a video store owner, and the internet killed me. And ironically, and here I am on the internet. It's like, you can't beat them, join them. I'm going to go with the sharp feet on the bottom in the hopes that it's going to help me not to deal with frozen ice is bad. I don't like the idea of sharp feet in the bottom. I'm just worried that if I have a solid piece at the bottom, then I'm going to have too much place for ice to collect to make a solid piece, you know what I mean? You know, worst case scenario, I gotta make two of them. I'll make this one, throw it out, and then make another one. That's the worst case scenario. Like really, honestly, that's the worst thing that could happen. And then I'll be like really kicking myself because they don't make this stuff anymore. This grid is no longer available. Alright. So we're going to cheat. Not cheat, we're going to use the zip cutter. I will put safety glasses on and I will attempt to make the dog stay over there. Oh, little ducks. They're just getting up for a snack. Can you hear them? Snacking? Hey little dog, are you going to stay over there for me? Be a good dog? Hey? You got to lay down right here, Doug, because I don't want you coming over to the metal. Lay down, lay down, lay down. Lay down, right there, lay down. There, it's nice and, it's a foam, you're not even laying on cement. It's nice and foamy there. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is while it's in this rigid position, I'm going to cut off the pieces I don't want in. While it's in here, it's way easier just to snip, 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 like as you saw, than trying to, you know, once I do the final cut and it falls out of the grid, it's a real bugger to, it means I'm going to have to like clamp it down and all that kind of stuff to do what I'm about to do here. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to take out, I got to make a big enough hole for the ducks to drink the water up. So I got to cut these out. This one here. Just debating if I should leave the top. 1.5. I got the double at the bottom. Probably should take out this whole thing. Leave the top one only. Yeah, that way it gives the ducks lots of room. That's what we'll do. So all of this has to get cut out. Oh, lots of cutting. Cut, 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 cut. Even though, you know, oh, it's simple, just cut those out, trust me, you mark them, because, trust me, you mark them. Because what happens, you get confused, and then you accidentally cut the wrong things out. And then, you know what happens? You get really mad. Oh, I just wasted it totally. Okay, I'm going to cut all of these out. Need to put a glove on. I had a bit of a jump there, folks, because a spark went up underneath my safety glasses. Who's here? Anybody here? Am I by myself again? I'll give you 30 seconds to answer. Right. Oh, good, Stephanie. Oh, see? They must be just sitting there. See Matt walking towards the camera? Start typing quick, eh? How many people here? Whoa, that's bad. What, because I gave you a 30-second warning? That's right, that's what you're doing. I knew, Stephanie. So as soon as I start walking towards the camera, start typing, we're here. Oh, you people are bad. Good and bad. I got you trained, eh? All right, let's get working here. Yeah, enough of these shenanigans. It's easier to cut from the other side. It gives me a straight line to cut from. No. Yeah. Yeah, it's less thinking. So I cut from the other side. Less thinking is good. You just got to remark that. cut out this whole row. And I burnt my hand through the glove. So thankfully I had the glove on. Top of my finger. Burned a hole right through it. She was hot. See the burn hole? Right through. If I wouldn't have had the glove on, whoo, would have yelled. Whoa. Yeah, okay, I'm doing this right. I gotta move the camera. I'm standing right in front of it, my back towards you. How rude of me. You know? Is that rude or what? Like looking at my back? Hello, South Crane. Okay. I just had a brain fart. I'm wondering if I can do it. I wonder if I could do it. might work, might not. I'm gonna cut her just in case I can't. I might have to recut this. Oh man, this stuff's hard to bend. No, I can't. It's too hard to bend. This stuff's so brutal to bend. It's like, well, it's steel. All right. I just realized something. I should have left that on there. Well, I can grind this still. This might be easier to bend than I think, folks, because of I'm not working with near as much steel. That makes no sense. I measured 11 and a half. I might be cutting the bottom off a little bit high. Okay, we're still making it. It's good. We're not at the point of I got to redo it. So that's good. We are nowhere near that point. Absolutely not even remotely close to that. Which is a good thing. I need to put a new wheel on that thing. It's getting too short. No use cutting with a little wheel when you don't have to. It's amazing how, when you lose just a half an inch of wheel, how it sucks. The big grinder is better, but it's too hard to use on a job like this. It'll be struggling. Oh man, this thing. Nikita. Oh yeah, our tools are the same. No, they're not. They send you a key. It doesn't even line up in the holes right. I might be cutting these little feet off the bottom. I'm just looking at the situation. Because the whole idea is I want to keep it low so the ducts aren't stretching. Specifically a little mini. I got something weird here. Why is that marked? Okay, I know why. Okay, so this is what I should have done before I cut the last one off, which I'm going to do right now. Faster. Gotta make sure we take all the sharp edges off, you know, because you don't want the ducks to catch their neck or, you know, what's going to bleed right around the pen line, squirting blood out of their neck. That wouldn't go over too well. Try to plug into a plug. It doesn't work that way. I was just thinking I should save this, but I'm trying to think, like, what could I use this for? Other than hurt myself. Oh, so short. The ducks are handling this quite well, actually. I'm just going to clean these up because I know it'll happen. I could accidentally trip on them. Trip or roll actually. Like walking on marbles. Touch-ups. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Slow but sure. It's a slow process working with metal. There's no fast way. It's not like wood. I had a brain fart while I was doing that. I'm thinking the diameter of that is the same diameter as my truck tires. And if I took this over to the truck, I could actually get the bend around the truck tire. I think it's possible. I'm gonna measure. So now we're doing the finger test. Do the file. And do a touch up here. Just to make sure there's no sharp spots. It looks like the diameter of my tire. It really does. Nothing to hurt a duck. This is where I slice my finger open, making sure that there's nothing that can hurt a duck. If I can come out of this without bleeding, we know we're good. This is the edge I can cut my jacket or my gloves on. And my hand. We're doing pretty good here. The only thing is my little feet on the bottom. I might be chopping those off. Okay, let's fix the other one. The one I should have done when I had it on the bench. That wheel is definitely done. No. Man, this thing. The Makita, eh? It's like, they're not made like the other one. The other one, that would never happen. Never. Ever, ever, ever. The lower piece stuck to the wheel to be thrown in the garbage. They make things cheaper. Looks pretty close to the same diameter as my truck tire. Pretty close. Or I could bring my spare tire in here and do it that way. That'd be easier than doing it outside freezing. right. I throw sparks on the little ducks. You can light them on fire with feathers catching them. That wouldn't be good, eh? Live on YouTube, all of the ducks catching fire. Everybody would be screaming on the chat, and I'd be like working away, wondering why does it smell like burning hair? I shaved this morning. That makes no sense. We're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. the guy on the internet that said that, you know, ducks like dirty water. This is how easy it is to fix the dirty water problem. This one's a little more complicated, but it's, you know, the water idea. So, what you can do with water. The reason we're doing this with steel is because it's outside and it's going to freeze, and I'm going to have to kick it viciously with my feet to break the ice off of it. And you can't do that with water. Like the one in the barn, you know? That's water. So easy. But I guess Texan ducks like dirty water. I don't think so, though. But I think it's just laziness. Lazy. They don't really care. All right. So I'm thinking I should go get my spare tire. You know? Because it looks the same size. And I could bend it around the spare tire. Okay, that's what I'm going to go do. I'm gonna take my tape measure, because nobody's bringing the spare tire over here if it's not even remotely close. But if it's even like remotely close, 26 inches. It sure looks like the size of my spare tire. I'm going to run to the truck and go get a big tire. It sure looks that big. And then I can bend it around the tire. I'll take this just in case. It's 28. Now that's close enough. That'll work. No, get back. You don't need to be here. Come here, lay down. Over here. Back laying down. Come here. Sit. Right here. Okay, right there. Right where you were. Do a good job. Lay down. Oh, don't look like he's. Oh, you squint your eyes like I beat you. Okay. All right. We're getting close. Relax, Doug. The tire is not going to kill you. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I'm getting tired. Oh, big yawn, puppy. Room here, some stuff's around. It should bend, actually really easy, like no hammer required. Except I think I'm gonna have to cut these bottom pieces off, just looking at the height. Well, it's not the end of the world, but well, I guess if they could jam them into the snow, yeah, it's not that bad. Just a bit lower it. We'll see. Stay right there. Stay. There's metal filings on the floor right here. I gotta do a little bit of a spray here, folks, because the dog, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna walk in the metal filings, and then he's gonna have one jammed in his foot, and he's gonna do that little thing with his foot thing. So, I'm gonna give this a squirt. This drain, the way that the drain is designed, is it's got a trough at the bottom, and it catches all the dirt. And then what you do is when it's full, you take the shop vac and you suck the drain out, the trough on the bottom. I made it myself. It's a homemade thing. It works really well. So none of the stuff that you wash down the drain actually goes down the drain line. It all collects in the bottom. It's literally called a trap. And once a year, I'll give it a suck out. Get all it good. This is how metal filings are off the floor. Because we know what the dog's going to do. He's going to come over for love. Aren't you, Dylan? So that sound you hear, there's water actually falling into the trap. Alright, floor is safe for Doug. You can come over now. Oh, you cleaned it. I don't need to come over. Water. Water, water, water. So now this is going to just be brute force, folks. Don't you love this streaming in the garage? You get to like watch the magic. Of me, I'm going to take a little bit of a break before we do the big the celebration band here. I have a little seat here. See if there's any chatting going on. All right, chat away, folks. Well, I don't know about looking good yet until I'm done, but we're getting there. The first stage of the project looks great. Hello, Inga, Ma, Wah, Wee. Guess what, Matt? What, Rachel? Inga does do chow on demand. Don't give me that. Vista. No, it smells like wet duck. There's no smell to the concrete. It's cured. Yeah, it's strictly muscle time. Hey, Tom, how's your walnut cake? Oh, everybody's jumping in, eh? Oh, this chatting on demand works. You found out your family name is McDougall? Oh, don't blame me. Yeah, I know, Tom. See, real buddy would priority post me at one of those walnut cakes. 3-day service. You wrapped her up real good. That's a real buddy. Real buddy would FedEx Express it overnight. Well, a homemade walnut cake is a little different story than store-bought junk food. Especially Tom keeps telling me how good of a cook he is, but I have nothing to prove this. Just his word. Well, there's a big difference between homemade treats and store-bought crap. Not a big fan of store-bought. Homemade treats is a different story, folks. It's like totally different story. It's like, you know, oh, someone sent me an apple crisp. No, I'm going to give it away. It's like, no, I'm going to eat it. It's homemade. That's if I know you. But now, if something homemade showed up and I don't know who you are, I ain't eating it because, you know, you might be PETA and you want to poison me to kill me and, you know, you want to end the duck adventure by having me die. Or food poisoning. Yeah, I know warm from the oven is the best, Stephanie, but unless you invite me over, that ain't going to happen. It would be dramatic if PETA sent me one and they use one of your avatars and say, oh, it's from Argyle Duck. Trust me, I'm your good fan. So then I'd go, oh, Argyle Duck. Yeah, I can trust Argyle Duck. And then I eat it, and next thing you know, I'm at the hospital dying. Anthrax. You know, and then they've come over here and they've broken in, and you guys can watch live stream PETA rescue the ducks. Off to the sanctuary they go. and he wouldn't even know I was dying in the hospital because I don't have a SIM card on my phone, so I can't even stream from the phone from the hospital. Unless they have Wi-Fi in the hospital rooms, which I doubt it. But I think if I'm dying in ICU of food poisoning, I'm not going to be thinking about streaming to tell you that I'm dying. I'll just die because PETA used Argyle Duck's avatar to get trust to eat his homemade goodies. But how am I going to sue you if I'm dead? No, they don't have Wi-Fi in the hospital rooms. Just in the waiting room. You gotta rent your internet when you're in the room. Yes, exactly. Assume if you see a whole bunch of strangers absconding with the ducks at night on the live stream, it's nothing to do with me trying to save the ducks. It's them saving the ducks, and I'm dying in the hospital. No, Tom, don't torment me like that, Tom. Don't torment me. You're not going to make a special walnut cake with 4 cups of walnuts in it and then FedEx it to me. You're just leading me on. That's like that really good-looking woman you ask for a date and she keeps saying, "Oh, maybe next week," and she keeps saying that because she can't break your heart to tell you that there's not a chance in hell because you're not even on the same level as her. So, okay, Doug. Okay. Okay, the dog is like, he doesn't want me talking to you, folks. He's between you and the tripod and you, the dog. Doug, what is it? I talk to people. He needs a couch. I know, eh? How about you come up? Come here. Come here. Come on up. Show everybody you're right here. Come on. Come on up with your wet feet. Come on. Come on. Come on up. Come here. Come here. Come on. Up. Oh, yeah, his little dog. Hey. No, I don't want a 2-cup halfer, Tom. I want the 4-cut, the whole thing. I want to go into a food coma on homemade food. You can never do a food coma is the best on homemade. It's the preservatives that kill you. That's what gives, because I can do an apple crisp. I can live on apple crisp and not get a food coma. He is a little dog, eh? He's just, look at the size of his head. I realized this morning when I put the Santa hat on, his head is bigger than mine. Like, it's bigger than mine. Where, like, the same Santa hat I had on Rocco, it fit Rocco. I have pictures of Rocco with the Santa hat on. It fit him perfect. Doug this morning went to put it on and it just sat on the top of his head and fell off sideways. His noggin is huge. I thought I had a big head. Doug's got me beat. Like, totally beat. It's massive. It's like, he's a horse. So, time to get back to work, folks? Oh, God, I got something in my eye. All right, let's get this bend happening. Let's get the bend happening. Oh, so the only reason I'm going to get one is because the walnuts are on sale, Tom? What kind of friend are you? Oh, Thomas, that's not what you say to somebody when you like them. Oh, the reason I'm giving it to you because it was on sale. You're supposed to keep the sale to yourself. And just make the person feel special. Not shoot them down before they can get it. Okay. So, this is it. This is just brute force. We're going to use the spare tire from the truck because it's 28 inches, it's 26, which is close enough to get the bend I need. And we're going to bend it. And if it is not big enough, folks, while I was over at the truck, I discovered a piece of grid over at the truck area. So, I can patch a piece into it. All right. Question is, do I want the, yeah, I do. So let's see if we can get a bend happening here. Why am I doing this the hard way? I'm stupid. Folks, I'll be right back. Oh, you're going to love this idea. Do I have one here? No, in the truck. I'll be right back. You're going to love this. This is way better. Way better. Not a chance of getting hurt. Thinking most of the ducks are in the barn. I couldn't see the ducks in the pen. Come on, bosses, unfog. Come on, I gotta see here. Come on. I guess if I put shaving cream on my glasses, it would work, eh? Come on. Man, I fogged up quick this time. It's cool out. This will give us the band we need. It's slow building stuff from scratch, as you can tell, because I'm not screwing around. Like, I'm actually focused. I'm actually doing something. Just shows you, when you're making things from scratch out of nothing, you're making something out of nothing, I should say, I guess is what you could call it. It takes time. That's why people just go and buy stuff, because it's like, oh, that'd take me forever to do that. Plus, I have no idea how to do it. So, a combination of, like, you know what you're doing, and it still takes you forever. But when you're done, a perfect example is like my water stations. They're like going on year 4, and they'll be going forever. So like, they took me a long time to come up with them, but they're permanent. Yeah. Right here. Yeah, that's what you want to do? Is this the spot you want to be? Right here? Done. I can't do this if you're right here, Doug. And the reason I don't hook it on the ends is because I don't want it to bend on the ends. I want it to bend the whole thing evenly, is the plan. So it's going to take a couple of ratchets to do this. That's it, folks. What do you think, eh? What do you think? I'm definitely going to have to use a spacer. Are you impressed? A couple bends. Now get out of here. This is what I had to do with the sledgehammer and the wood. It's actually it creases in the metal so that the bend will stay. It's a little trick here. You gotta get your head right in the way, don't you, dog? That's what you do there best. Once you get a partial bend, then you can bend it a little bit more freehand bend on the ground. But you got to get it started. You got to get arc started before you can make the arc smaller. Or what happens is you get a bend, like a pivot point or a pinch, or I don't know what you call it, a bend in the wrong spot. Let's undo the beast here. So now you can get a bit of a bend to it now, where if you didn't pre-bend it like that, you wouldn't get it good. Right here, like this. See, this is where I use the wood and the sledgehammer. But I was working with much stiffer material. Much stiffer than this, because this is like really much lighter extrusion. So close. wish I had a big giant vise. This last bit. So close. Just gotta get the curls on the last bit. Hammer, sludge. The problem is the very end's hard to curl. But the tire helped. It got me started on the bend. Warning, turn your sound down. Remember how I did this. Smaller sludge. This might not work. I just realized I've got it bent backwards. Yeah. being bent over like that, I'm just getting too old for it. Getting too old. I wonder if I can bend the whole thing. Or should I just do like I did? I think I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do the two by four here. And just tap it all the way around. Oh, Dougie. My back is not liking being bent over. I don't know what I'll do. I'm gonna go over to the dry carpet. Do a little pre-bend on my knees. Dougie, what are you doing? I probably shouldn't talk to you, because that's probably what triggers you, isn't it? Hmm? That's what triggers it, isn't it? I talk to you and you think it's attention time. You're bored, aren't you? If you're going to be this bored, you want to be in the garage. I mean the couch. Okay, let me get it done. Huh? Oh, Dougie. Okay, move. He's like having a, like I said, a co-star that just looks good but doesn't do much. Doug, you're getting in the way of the cook. See, when I did the other one, I had to flip around the other way, and the crossbars caught the board. I remember now. The board didn't slide like it slides here, because I've got the crossbars on the outside this time. And I didn't cut all the pieces out like I did on this. I tried to bend it, then cut everything. It was a bad idea. It was backwards. Because I'm bending way less metal this time. Oh, you. I can't swing the hammer if you put your head right there. Oh, dog. Oh, I love you, dog. But I gotta get work done here. Oh, you're quite the helper. Alright, so let's see how close this is. It's not close. I'll be doing some more bending over there. But I got a pre-bend. Oh, my back. Getting old. Getting old. Yep. It's Close. Close, but no cigar. Okay, let me run. This. That on this side. And then I'm going to work from this side. Backwards here. Oh, here we go. Why are you smelling me like I haven't been with anybody, Doug? I've been here all day with you. You're smelling me like I was cheating on you. Aggressive band. Okay, you just stop right there. Right? That's what you do. I'm gonna need an insert piece like I thought. But I have a piece that we can use. Whew. Okay, so let's connect this. This will work. This will work. I got some link connectors. The chains. using the wire like I thought in the first place. So close, but so far away. Come on, get on there. Okay, ain't too rough. Now I got this one partially on it, will come up. Let's split this farther apart. I might have something else better. The whole idea is I want it loose because I'm dealing with ice. If it's really tight, like those are, it could be a problem. So the looser it is, the better, because then I can bang it. I can't believe how close I am. It's like so close. But I have another piece of grid that I can cut, I found. Oh man, I don't believe I'm that close. That's just ridiculous. I know, eh, ducks? I don't believe that close. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. Alright, put it 10 below already. It's not supposed to be that cold. Oh. Whoa, hey, hang on here. Hang on. I thought for sure there was a piece out there. How close are we? Damn it, I don't believe this. Oh, that wouldn't work. That'll be this, folks. We are so close. Yes, Doug. We're right there, aren't we? Mm-hmm. We're so freaking close. It's unbelievable. The mission accomplished here. Really didn't want to do part 5. I'm starting to get fatigued, thinking wise. And it's like, and I'm thinking tomorrow I'll come up with a better idea. Because I don't want to do a half-assed job at this stage of the game. Yes, I love you too. And also my wife is telling me that it's Christmas weekend and I really should take it off early. Right, Doug? My partner, I should say. He's like, do we have to stay out here much longer? Yeah, I don't even like this chunk. And I know I've got other chunks that I can use to do a better job. Because I need, my idea is, folks, I just had a brainwave, is I put an articulating hinge in this part, where the connection, this is where the hinges is, and then the connecting, the bungee cord holds it together on that side. That's what my idea is. So that this would be the hinge here. So it would bend either, this would connect here. This would be solid bend here. I'd use wire, like I did over there, on this, but use that end as the bungee cord end. That's what I'm thinking. And actually, see, I just had a brain fart, and I'm glad I'm not doing this right now, because if I go like this, and I was doing it with a bungee cord, look at that. It works. So I've got to get a better piece of grid. That's what I need. I need a better piece. I need to make, we need part 4. But we're really close. Like part 4 will be a combination of finish this and nesting cubicles. That's what part 4 will be. Nesting cubicles after I finish this, because this is how close we are. We're really close. So, because it's like, holy mackerel, 10 to 5. That's why Doug's bothering me. He knows it's the end of the day. But it's Christmas weekend. You can't be Ebenezer Scrooge here. I gotta go take care of the ducks. I gotta do water. Because it looks like we're inside tonight. That's what I'm thinking. Tomorrow's another day. But we're close. We're very close. Right? Extremely close to having an outdoor water station. It's pretty good. I gotta give you a close-up here of it. Let me see here. I can do a close-up. So you can see, at least see, it's like, I've been dragging this out for how many days? But like I said, this is what it's like when I build things. It's like so time-consuming because it's basically, it's R&D, design, fabricate, all at the same time. So, here you go. Okay? So my idea, as you can see, when I go tight on that side, how 2 pieces of this, so if I do the big wire, oh, okay, that's Doug, the dog, okay, also known as my wife, the dog, okay. So anyways, I need to put a proper piece in there. Because if I do it right now in a hack job, I'm going to regret it and I'm going to redo it, and I ain't redoing this. This is a one-time deal. So, and then on this end is where the bungee cords will go to hold it together. You know, but what do you think? So it's insulated, 15 gallons, outdoor water station. Inga says fill it with wine. That's a lot of wine. So, I'm impressed. I like it. I'm very, very happy the way it's turned out. It's going to be... Oh, it's built to last, Stephanie. It'll last for absolutely ever. Like absolutely forever. You know? Like, and the ducks can get their head through it. And it's awesome. I think it is. You like it, Virginia? I think it looks awesome. It's built to last. So, but it's like, you know, it's like those over there. Like those are 4 years I've been using those watering stations. Well, they're hospitals in the winter, watering stations in the summer. Okay, Doug. Well, dirty from their bills, you know. Okay, Doug. Okay, Doug's making the screen zoom here. Oh, Doug. Okay. Oh, I know it's going to stand the test for the ducks because this is a proven design. It's like that is right there. Has been what, 4 years, and it's worked perfect for the ducks. Like this is just the winter version. Like of that. That's all it is. That's all it is, because that's uninsulated, and that's insulated. And once it's done, it'll be awesome. I know it will be. I'm pumped about it. I think it's awesome, actually. So, please turn the grate upside down. Why would I turn the grate upside down? I don't understand that. Why would I turn the grate upside down? Thank you, Vista. Oh yeah, it's definitely a win. I'll take that title. I'll give it to myself, actually. I'm very happy the way it turned out. You want to see what? I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm showing you right now. Like, what more do you want to see? Like I'm showing you, it's the whole walk around. I'm confused, Inga. I don't understand what Blaine wants. Grate upside down. Why? We got somebody new here that's giving me fragmented commands. You know how I do with those. Safer for the ducks. What? No, Virginia, you're giving him too much credit. He came late to the show, Elaine. I know. He doesn't understand the plot. Okay, I'm not the only one confused. Thank you, Inga. I thought I was alone, and I thought I was maybe being a little condescending, you know, or sarcastic. You know how I can get. You know how when I get triggered, it's like I don't understand. I get the hammer out. No. He thinks it's upside down? Oh, okay. Rich thinks it's upside down. All right. You know why he thinks it's upside down, Rich? It's because he's late to the game. He showed up halfway through the show and he's asking questions. What? What's going on? Why is it like this? I don't understand. Can someone pause the movie and explain this to me? He missed part 1 and 2. Okay. All right, folks. enough of my silliness here. I'm starting to lose it. It's 5 o'clock. I'm tired. How will I heat the water? Well, since I didn't show that earlier today, it was yesterday. I'll show it to you today. I have no problem showing yesterday's info today. But if I had already shown this, I'd just say, "What? I mean, you're late. You're late." So this is it right here. See, this thing here. It's a 250 watt bird bath heater. Okay, see, and it's going to go in there, in the water. It's going to literally just lay in the water, and it's 250 watts. And that's what's going to keep the water from freezing. It's a thermostat. And we'll see how long it lasts, because they don't make them anymore. They're now 500 watt only. But 500 is not the end of the world, because it's on a thermostat, so it only turns on when it needs it. So if it dies, because that thing's 20 years old, because it used to be my de-icer for my dog dish when I had 3 dogs outside all the time. That's how I used to keep the water from freezing. But since this is a insulated pail, and a 5-gallon pail with no insulation, all it takes is a 100 watt heater to keep it de-iced. I'm thinking 15 gallons insulated 250 will work. Well, I don't throw it out because it still works. So the red ones, yeah, they have a bend at the bottom because it's a different grid. You're late to the game too. That was discussed earlier, 190 minutes ago. We went through that whole thing on that one, and why I didn't use that type of grid this time. Oh. Okay. So I'm going to say goodbye, because I have to go do water in the barn for the ducks and get the animals in, because it's already -10. So. Oh, that's the deal. Just go to the beginning of the video, and you'll see where I went through this thought process of why I couldn't use that grid. It was right at the beginning when I was confused. So, I'll see you tomorrow, and we're going to definitely finish this on part 4. Plus, part 4 is going to do the nesting cubicles from that wood right there for the goose shed and the duck barn. Okay, so everybody, if you don't stop in again the rest of the weekend, my feelings are hurt, but I'll still wish you Merry Christmas